Hey, it's Greg at the Vinyl Arms. Thank you for tuning in. This is a bit of a celebration video. My beloved football club, York City, got promoted this season. We finished on 108 points. We scored more goals than we've ever scored before. We kept more clean sheets than we've ever kept before. In fact, it was a marvellous season to end what has been 10 years of pain in non-league football. So in football terms, we're back on the map. We're back up to League Two. You do get forgotten about in non-league. And my two boys, we went to a celebration evening last night at the LNER football stadium in York. And it was wonderful. Fireworks, lifting of the trophy, everybody getting involved, packed house, singing the lot. It was just great. And it was so nice for my lads to have a positive experience. Because to be honest, to be quite frank, Alex is 12 and Luke's 15. And ever since they've both been watching football, we've been shite. So we're back on the map again. They've got a club to be proud of. And as I was driving home last night, I thought, you know what? I'm going to put a little bit of a video out there. One, to just brag about my football team, because why not? And two, to sort of do a bit of a tedious link. It's a very tedious link. But what I'm going to do is promote 5 records that don't get much love in the VC, underground bands that maybe a lot of people don't even know. So here's 5 records that I want to just talk about. Building on that, I've been doing these videos now for a year, unbelievably, and unbelievably more so is I've got 147 followers. And I just want to say a big thank you to each and every one of you who takes time to watch these videos. It's really, really appreciated. As a man of 49 years old, it's nice to be able to ramble on about, 1, my football club, and 2, my records, and people actually are interested in this kind of stuff. So thank you. And really, I just want to extend that out. If you want to jump on the back of this and let's create a thread going, and you talk about 5 albums or 5 bands you want to promote who you think don't get enough love on the VC, please jump in. Let's make this a celebration. Let's spread it. I'm going to take my scarf off now. It's quite warm in the UK. We're getting a nice bit of spring sunshine, so I really don't need that. And here we go. 5 albums that need more love and you should really listen to. We're going to kick off with Haley Bonar. This was released in 2016. Absolutely wonderful album. Here's the tracks on the back here. And when I found out about Haley, was on this song here, Kismet Kill. It was getting a lot of airplay on Six Music back in the day in 2016, 2017. And I bought this album on the strength of that. It's presented in this lovely gatefold vinyl. It's kind of like indie alternative pop. She's Canadian. It's got a country sort of side underbelly on it. I wouldn't be surprised if she was brought up on a diet of listening to Neil Young when she was younger. But this album, Impossible Dream, is well worth a listen. Excellent music. Now I'm going to move on to a band now. Now, yeah, I'm going to mention 2 towns that you probably never hear in a vinyl community video. One is Mansfield, and that's where this band is from, a band called Bob Tilton. And the other town is Darlington, and the record label Subjugation, who released this album, is from Darlington. So, not exactly a hotbed of music on either, but this is an album to behold. It's called Crescent. It was released in 1996. Lovely artwork there as well. Really, really like that. And it's kind of hardcore, sort of alternative. It's almost post-rocky as well, and the guy who sings on here has the most desperate voice. He's just trying to get all of his emotions across on these songs, and he really does. And a couple of ones that really sort of stand out for me is Be My Valentine and Tonight We Will Follow Him Down. A great album. Give it a listen. This is excellent. If you like hardcore, if you like post rock, if you like sort of like that emo underbelly, you'll like that. Now, this band I've grown up with since the 90s. Absolutely love them. Silkworm. This was originally released in 2004 on CD. I've got the CD. That's when I picked it up originally. Never got a vinyl release until 2015. Naturally, I picked that up too. Silkworm, It'll Be Cool. It's a great album. The opening track, Don't Look Back, if you just give that a listen on YouTube, give it a stream, it will really give you a good feel for kind of what's going on inside. Produced by Steve Albini. Now, a bit of a sad story here. The drummer, a guy called Michael Dahlquist, died in 2005, and the band disbanded. This was the last album that they released. It was produced by Steve Albini. Now, when Steve Albini passed a few years back in 2024, at his memoriam, the band got together again and played some songs, and since then they've been playing music again. So a bit of a bittersweet kind of story there, but absolutely beautiful music, alternative rock. This one's on Touch and Go Records, which should give you some indication as to kind of where this is musically. They've done sort of 7 or 8 albums, and every one is top grade. Highly recommend them. Silkworm. Now we're going to go north of the border, and we're going to go up to Scotland, specifically a place called Fife. And this album, which was released in 2016 by King Creosote, Astronaut meets Appleman. And we kind of where we kind of at. Just so you know, King Creosote is the brainchild of a guy called Kenny Anderson. Kenny Anderson is kind of like a folk rock troubadour from Fife. He's got his own record label called Fence, and he puts a lot of his music and other people's music out on there, but in really small numbers. It's a little independent label, sometimes cassettes, sometimes records, but small numbers. And then every now and then he drops an album more widespread that he wants to promote to a bigger audience. And this is one of those albums. This was released on Domino Records, as I say, back in 2016. And this is the version that comes with the main album with sort of a lovely sort of artwork in a sleeve and credits on the songs there. And this version actually came with, it was a limited pressing. The first ones that were released came with a nice 10-inch single too. And it's just a great album, a really enjoyable, heartfelt listen. And to wrap up, we're going to go across the sea to the United States of America, specifically a place called Nashville, where Laura Cantrell comes from. So as you'd expect from a place like Nashville, you've got top grade Americana country rock, which is exactly what Laura Cantrell delivers. And this album, this was released in, I think it was 2023, Just Like a Rose. And it was 10 years since she'd released anything prior to this, and this dropped. And let me tell you, it's an absolute gorgeous listen. Lyrically and musically, Laura Cantrell is very gifted. And you know what? I'm just going to show you the vinyl on this one because it's rather nice. It's a really nice sort of like sea green kind of vinyl there. I don't know how well that will come across on the video, but it's a thing to behold. So 5 albums there by people I really enjoy listening to, but I don't think they're exactly household names, and you may not have heard of them, and I don't think they get enough love on the VC, and I'd love you to go listen to some of these artists if you think it's your sort of cornerstone of music. Thanks again for watching, and if you do want to put a video together and build a bit of a thread on the back of this, that would really make me happy. Anyway, take care, up the Minster men, bye-bye.